Hello world, this is season 3 and I would like to do things a little bit differently. Since you know from my channel that I have pretty much cracked fitness and you can find the truth in my past videos. You can piece it together and it's also no secret. So I thought this season I would share some of my more random thoughts about fitness and other things, but also I would like you to not just watch passively, because God knows from just watching fitness videos you're not going to get fit. So my suggestion to you is that as I talk and as you listen, you can do something. You can do the horse stance, come in and out of it a few times, and also another suggestion is you can, if you know how to do it, drop into the Asian squat. And you can also do radio taiko if you remember the movements. The point is to stop being passive consumer of things on YouTube and start doing things in the few minutes that the video lasts. Okay, so today's topic, I want to talk about the burnout society and how it applies to fitness. Now, the Burnout Society is a book by a Korean-born but Berlin-based philosopher called Byung-Chul. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And basically, the premise of it is that whereas in the old days we were imprisoned by the society with all the rules, you should do this, you should do that, this is no longer true. We don't have to do anything. And there is no drill sergeant yelling at you, you should do this, and you should do that, you should do this many burpees, and you should have this diet, and you should achieve this and that, and you should get married. Anyway, so the society doesn't preordain things anymore. However, in our so-called freedom, we get something else. By the way, for those of you that don't know, I'm slow jogging, which is the pace of jogging that allows you to carry on a conversation. So this is what I'm doing. I'm having a conversation with you. So, the society, it no longer tells us what to do. We are supposedly free. But Byung-Chul argues that we are in even a worse prison of can. That is, so you're free to do everything, anything, and you can achieve everything. So why don't you, right? It's a failure of character. It's a failure of imagination that in the world that allows you to do anything, you're not yet a tech billionaire or whatever else. So there is the prison of can. You can do something, so why are you not doing it? And the worst part about it is that there is no longer a drill sergeant, a master, an oppressor. It's just you. You are your own master and oppressor. And you are your own jailer. Now, I was thinking, honestly, how this applies to fitness, and especially I was thinking about Professor Tanaka, which is the inventor of slow jogging. However, I wonder if some of the more bizarre things that he's done could be explained by this burnout society, the the tyranny of what you can do, you know, like you can get in shape, you can do this, you can be the self-optimizing piece of meat, basically, what I call it. So you can get in shape, and you can get in shape doing slow jogging, which is something that I really like because you don't have to shit yourself, and DSY, if you've been watching the channel, don't shit yourself, is basically the cardinal rule of fitness according to the Sendyka method. However, so you can get fit easily with slow jogging. And then, bizarrely, even in his book, he says, oh, and you know, like, you've done that, so now you can train for marathons. And that's just, yeah, that's I thought that was madness, but now I think it's the prison of can. It's like, if you can do something, then you should do something, but it's not the way to go. Byung-Chul says that the only way out of it is pause and introspection, as in there is freedom in pausing and not reacting to things automatically. Just because you can do something, it doesn't mean that you should do something, and it doesn't mean that even if you should do something, that you need to do it. You know what I mean? So, that's my thoughts on fitness and the prison that is the world of infinite possibility. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Thank you, Spago Tortello and Obi-Wan Kenobi, for becoming Grand Viziers, the top tier benefactors of this channel. You both rock. For real.